Hi everyone, I'm Yaya Soumah, and today I'm excited to walk you through my e-commerce API project, a scalable backend built with Django REST Framework. This API powers an e-commerce platform handling everything from user management, product categories, orders, and analytics. I use Django, Postgres, ready for caching, and JWT authentication with Swagger for documentation. It is designed to be an industrial standard, modular, and ready for a team environment. Let's dive into the key actions and see it in action. First, let's look at the core features. The base URL is API/private/v1/ at the port 8888. Endpoints are protected by using JWT authentication. When authentication is required, the request header must set authorization attribute to bearer token. Every response has a status code, and the response data is in a JSON format. The project is organized into modular apps. I put all apps in the package called apps to clean up the root folder. The e-commerce API project folder contains the project's configuration files. I split the settings module into 3 modules for environment-specific configs, which is the best practice for scalability. We have base, dev, and prod modules. We have also swagger.py for configuring Swagger for documentation. We have many apps, including analytic reports app, product attributes of app to manage logging. We have product categories management, and so on. In the core apps, I put all utilities modules shared across all apps. For example, in the rendered module, I override render to format all the responses in this form: status, data, message, errors, and meta. We also have user management app, product app, permissions, and so on. Let's state the endpoints by using Postman. The server is accessible at port 8888. First, without logging, let's try to access any endpoint. For example, let's say we want to view the list of users. We get a 401 error. We need to log in first. We can log in as admin or as a non-admin. A non-admin cannot see the list of all users, for example. Let's log in as admin. Admin has a full access of all endpoints. For user management, in addition to CRUD operations, we can create admin or assign a role to a user. For permission management, in addition to all CRUD operations, we can see list of permissions as a list, or as a tree with max depth of 3. We also have the categories list displayed as a tree with max depth of 4. In the analytic endpoints, I provide reports on sale endpoints, product popularity, etc. These endpoints require running Redis for caching to boost performance. I had Redis running before starting this video, so let's test the sales report for example. We can filter by starting date or ending date. End date default to the current date if not provided, and start date cannot be greater than end date. Let's test some endpoint through Swagger UI. Here we have all endpoints of the API. I will copy the token from Postman and use it here to authenticate with Swagger. Let's test the order list endpoint. We get details like total amount, order status, and list of items. Well, this project is built for real world. As a backend developer, I implemented endpoints and tests, designing it for collaboration with front-end and DevOps team. It's scalable with Redis caching and ready for cloud deployment. You can check out my GitHub repo for the code and documentation, and feel free to reach out to discuss my work and potential opportunities. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the demo. Bye.